Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Apologetics 101. Now, you've heard me joking over the past couple of weeks that if you've been watching these videos, you know who the hosts are at this point. But this week, this is not Father Federico. If you if you couldn't tell, why don't you introduce yourself to us, sister?
Everyone, I am Sister Mary Rose Irvine. I am a novice with the Franciscan Sisters of the Eucharist over in Meriden.
Yes, and as you guys surely know, as the avid bulletin readers that you are, Sister Mary Rose is also our new Pastoral Associate here at St. Bridget of Sweden Parish. So, on this Father Federico's well-earned vacation week, I thought it might be prudent to sit down and have a little Q&A, get to know you with Sister Mary Rose. Introduction to the parish, in a little bit more long form. So, guest co-host for Apologetics 101 today. So, Sister, the first thing that I want to ask you about is we've been joking about this over the past couple of weeks, how you are now already the most popular staff member at St. Bridget of Sweden Parish, because I feel like maybe 4 or 5 people a day at least are calling up there saying, "Hi, can I speak to Sister Mary Rose, please?" So what have you been doing? You've clearly been busy these first few weeks that you've been here.
Absolutely. A lot of people have reached out regarding the bus trip. So we are making a bus trip down to Lancaster, Pennsylvania to see the Sight and Sound Theater production of Queen Esther.
Yes.
So it's a live stage production with animals and music, and it'll be a really great time. I've also been working on the parish visitors program. So we have a very large parish, and unfortunately, sometimes in large parishes, when an elder can no longer come to Mass, they kind of fall off the radar. And we really don't want that. And so reaching out to some of the elders who we haven't seen at Mass in a while, and then asking parishioners to go out and to visit them and to make sure they know they are still a part of the parish family. And
absolutely.
We still want them.
Yes, yeah. Once a parishioner, always a parishioner, certainly. Right. And I think that's the Parish Visitors Program is one of those ministries that was on a little bit of a hiatus due to the pandemic. So obviously, as things in various different stages are starting to reopen or take new shape in different forms as different restrictions are relaxed, very exciting to know that the Parish Visitors Program is making a comeback. Making a comeback. So that's a little bit about what you're doing now, Sister. Yes. But I think by way of introduction, it might be nice to know a little bit about where you've come from. So where are you from originally, and how did you make your way to Connecticut?
Sure. I come from a great state called Nebraska.
Nebraska!
So imagine New York City, Los Angeles.
Okay.
Draw a straight line.
Okay.
Right in the middle of that is where you're going to find Nebraska.
Huh.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So we like to claim the center of the United States. The point is actually in Kansas, just over the border, but we'll claim it too.
Fair enough.
So come from a decent-sized family, 6 kids, raised on a farm. So spend a lot of time outside playing on the hay bales, chasing each other around the orchard. Fun kids things that you do when you don't have much TV.
Yes. So that, Sister, was a little bit about where you come from, out in the center of the United States in Nebraska. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you made your way from Nebraska to Connecticut, and specifically to the Franciscan Sisters of the Eucharist?
Sure. So I went to university at University of Nebraska at Kearney. Got involved with the Newman Center there. After college, did some more active discernment, really trying to understand who I am, who God's calling me to be, where He's calling me to be.
Sure.
So took a part-time job, became a full-time job, and then the music director at the Newman Center moved somewhere different.
Okay.
And so I took over her role. And in the course of working at the Newman Center, I started spiritual direction with the priest there.
Right.
He had studied in Rome, where we have sisters. So he had said Mass a few times for the sisters while he was there. So every year we do what's called a busy person's retreat. The idea being you take your retreat, but you're not going anywhere. So you're still going to class, you're still going to work, but the spiritual directors come to you.
Huh.
So
That's really
Father
cool.
invited some of the sisters out to be a spiritual director, and he
Mhm.
said specifically, I'm going to match you with the FSE because I feel like there's a fit here.
There's a link.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice. So I had one of the FSE sisters as a spiritual director for a whole week, but I hesitated.
As we do, right? Always happens.
So I made my initial phone call a couple of weeks after the retreat was over, but it was almost a whole year between the phone call and actually coming to make a visit.
Sure.
And I had done a lot of other discernment in the meantime. You know, met a lot of other communities, visited several of them.
Sure.
But after I finally made the next phone call, made my first visit, it was kind of a done and sealed deal at that point. You know, I
knew.
Came back a few months later, and I moved in October. So it was only 10 months after I made my first visit that I actually moved here.
So you're still a Connecticut rookie, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 3 years, but...
Sorry, I thought you meant October of 2020. I was like, oh, man.
No, sorry.
No, it's okay. That's all right. Wonderful. So you are in Meriden, correct? That's where...
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, obviously, we're so thrilled to have Sister Mary Rose with us. We have a very rich tradition of the Franciscan Sisters of the Eucharist serving at our parish. Obviously, Sister Jeanne d'Arc, currently in the school, Sister Francesca, who just left us, who we all sorely miss, but now we've kept our number of FSEs at 2 as Sister Mary Rose has stepped in. So thank you, Sister, so much for taking a little bit of time to share about yourself with the parish. I thought it would be a fitting substitute for Father Federico as he's off having fun without us. And keep an eye out for Sister Mary Rose as she's popping up with further questions and further programming in the coming months. And I'm sure that everyone will see you around.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Wonderful. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us. And we will see you right back here next week. God bless you all. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you made your way from
Let's see.
You could tell us a little bit about how you made your way from Nebraska to Connecticut and
By airplane.
And by well played. That'll make a good blooper. No, it's okay. That's good. Oh man, see, this is great. It's always more fun when you don't just go through it straight through without flubbing it all, because then there's no bloopers at the end, and that's no fun for anybody.